seconds left.
We're up. Hey.
All right, I'll bring it to you in 5.
Do you see us? Do you see us?
Yeah, I see you.
There we go. All right, welcome back to Greater Zion Stadium here in St. George. Rod Zundel, Devin Osborne for the Johnson Pediatrics post-game show, 43-13. Devin, let's take a look at some of the stats. And, you know, Utah Tech kind of padded the stats a little bit in the fourth quarter. But, you know, when you look at it, first downs, Montana 26-17. Rushing yards, 206. They ran a 57 times for 262 yards and 21 carries for 103 yards for the Trailblazers. So better running performance, but you can't be giving up 262 yards and over 400 last week.
No, you can't. I mean, Montana came in with that mindset, the game plan that they're going to run the football, and they did that. And, you know, Utah Tech just didn't have any counter, and Montana just kept on coming downhill with guys like Clifton McDowell, Xavier Harris, Eli Gilman, and even Nick Osmo. So, like, Utah Tech just needs to get ready and get back to the drawing board and see what they can do to stop the run. Because running the ball 57 times for 260, that's, you know, pretty crazy.
Yeah, but when you look at the total yards, total offensive plays, 78 for Montana for 397 total yards, 70 plays, 361 yards. So that seemed to be equal out a little bit. A lot of that has to do with the last few drives for Utah Tech. But if you look at the individuals, Kobe Tracy played most of all the second half and most of the second quarter. He finished 15 of 33 with 2 interceptions, a couple touchdowns, 209 yards. Boone Abbott, who started the game, he struggled. 6 for 16, an interception, only 49 yards.
Yeah, the Trailblazers need to find their groove on offense, and they need to find their guy that's going to make that happen, if that's between Boone Abbott or Kobe Tracy. You know, we seen some explosive plays from some of the young guys like Nigel Osborne, even Bo Sparks, and, you know, Javion Lofton made a couple plays down there too.
Yeah. Ronnie Walker Jr., 11 carries, 55 yards. Nigel Osborne, 6 carries, 48 yards. 8 yards per clip for Nigel. I think they're going to get him the ball a little bit more
Big time
in the future. Let's go to our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. I think it's this guy right here. What do you think?
Yeah, Javion
Lofton, 4 receptions, 95 yards, and a touchdown.
You know, I mean, Javion coming over from Liberty, he's played big-time FBS football, things like that, but he came over and proved to, you know, he had a couple missed errors here with the fumble, but, you know, when it counted, he made big plays.
So Javion Lofton, the transfer from Liberty, is our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Find a variety of products and prices that please in the heart of St. George and Cedar City. Hearst Ace Hardware. All right, well, what can we say? I mean, you know, you lose by 43 last week, and then you lose by 30 this week, and you got to go to Northern Arizona, and they're a pretty solid team as well.
Yeah, and AU, they have an advantage with that elevation out there too. So, I mean, the Trailblazers just have to get back into the film room, get back into the drawing board, really correct their mistakes, get back and see what they can do better and execute, because the biggest thing is execution. I mean, there's too many missed tackles, too many missed opportunities on offense, and those are things that they, you know, that's in their control. So, you know, it's on the coaches and the players to make that really happen next week.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're waiting for Coach Peterson to come up, give us his thoughts, but we will take a break, and the Trailblazer postgame show brought to you by Johnson's Pediatric will return.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game, so why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
Rockwell Watches presents the Monster Truck Militia Tour at Butterfield Park in Harriman for 2 monster-sized shows. September 16th, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Metal ripping, high flying, Monster Truck Madness. Come see your favorite monster trucks live, like Jurassic Attack, up close and personal. Get tickets online at monstertruckmilitia.com or at any Jiffy Lube location. See start at just $15. Fun for the whole family. Come early for the pit party. Get autographs and ride in a real live monster truck. Visit monstertruckmilitia.com.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
All right, welcome back to the Johnson Pediatrics postgame show. See why so many parents choose Johnson Pediatrics. Call for the new patient special. Exam, x-rays, cleaning, just $79, 435-656-0511. All right, Coach Peterson joins us now. And, Coach, just give us your thoughts. I mean, a lot to take in after the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's one of those, you just blow out. I was really frustrated the first half. I mean, I think that was one of the worst halves of football that I've ever been a part of as a coach. And I told him, I was pretty honest with him at halftime. I want to see more fight. I saw a lot of pouting. Things weren't going our way and made it worse, compounded with just our attitude and lack of fight. And the effort's not an issue, I don't think. Just when it gets hard, we're not responding the way a really good football team should, and we're not good yet. I say yet because I think we've got a lot of potential. Challenged them at halftime. And said a lot of swear words, which I'll have to repent for tomorrow at church. But if we play the second half, and I know they put in some of their other guys, but with that type of effort and attitude and fight, I think it's going to be a different ball game. Tip my hat to Coach Howe. He had his guys prepared. They did a good job. Didn't make any mistakes. They started off right off the bat. Give them 2 short fields and they scored twice and turning the ball over 4 times is never going to work. And our offense isn't clicking. We got to find that quarterback that's going to hit the open guy, and it's not clicking the way it should. Same mistakes as last week too, with some missed tackles. But the stuff is definitely fixable. If they come back, with an attitude like they did the second half, we've got a fighting chance.
So. Is it just execution? It's not try because they got a lot of fight in them.
Well, yeah, but if you try dumb, it doesn't matter. You can be flying around the football and you're in a bad position to make a tackle. It doesn't work. Or you can try really hard to make the throw, but if you're throwing to the other team, it's not going to work. So it's not the try. It's not the try, and it's not the. We got good effort, and like I said, the second half way better fight. But we're not executing nearly as the level that we need to.
So what do you tell these guys coming Monday, coming off of these 2 losses and how to get them refocused and ready for the next game up against NAU?
I told them, I'm as a coach, I don't try and sugarcoat, that. I don't sugarcoat. I try and tell them exactly the truth because, coming out of these next 2 games, these last 2 games, I tell them, you're playing 2 playoff teams, but if that's where you want to get to, then we've got to find a way to execute at a higher level if we're going to beat teams like that, and I think we can. NAU is a good football team, so we're going to go out and watch the film, and we're going to continue to have this process. Our process isn't going to change. It works. It's proven. It's just we got to make sure we're dialed in and focused.
You mentioned you got to find some quarterbacks that hit the open guys, but is there going to be like an open tryout kind of thing for all positions that you don't feel like that put up a good showing?
Yeah, I
last
mean, I
couple
said that
weeks?
at halftime. I don't want anybody pouting. Just get out. You know, I want guys that are going to hustle around and jump back up and go make a tackle. And that was on both sides of the ball. At the quarterback position, I mean, we're open competition all over the place. You know, so we're gonna play the best guy that's going to give us a chance to win. And you know, I hope both these guys can look back and watch this film and find ways to get better. We have to. You know, I don't know what that completion percentage. We're completing 21 balls and we're throwing it. How many is that? 49 times. That's not good enough. You know, so we gotta be better.
All right, so you go to Northern Arizona, go on the bus ride next week. What is it you want to see out of your guys when you put the pads on Tuesday and get to work?
Yeah, I really want to challenge our coaches, you know, to be able to get a good game plan together where these guys can be successful. Let's maybe we have to simplify things. Again, we're going to go back to the basics, and we did some really good drills this week, blocking and tackling, and we need to go back to keep doing those. I thought we were a little bit better this week. But yeah, just going back to the fundamentals and our execution that needs to be at a higher level. So we got to simplify.
Okay. All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Trailblazers have a tough night tonight in their home opener, 43-13. Lost to Montana, the 13th ranked team in the country. Now they head to Northern Arizona next week. Game time, 2:00 our time, 1:00 pregame here on Trailblazer Sports Division. So, Coach, thanks for joining us in the Johnson Pediatrics postgame show. Devin, thanks. It's been a pleasure having you here, and we'll see you the next home game. All right, thank you for our entire crew, radio and streaming. I'm Rod Zundel for all these guys. We will see you next week. Good night.